Angelica.
Thank you. So what I want to share with you is one of the latest projects that is about how we can combine multimodal data to improve Alzheimer diagnosis. So next one. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So, but this is only a project. What we have been developing is how we can develop robust and generalizable tools for AI. For example, we have tackled major medical image problems. For instance, one example is we have how to avoid manual parameter tuning. You have different devices from different vendors' machines, different noise acquisition, how to avoid this manual parameter tuning for image reconstruction, for instance, of segmentation. But also as well, another major challenge in medical image analysis is how to get well-representative label data. Because label, particularly in the medical domain, sometimes needs two people or two experts to agree to have even a single. And this is really high expensive and inherent to human bias. But today, what I want to share with you is one of our latest projects that is about how we can take advantage of different kind of modalities, not only imaging data, for instance, MRI and PET, but also as well non-imaging data. With the main objective here, what I'm going to share with you is how we can improve a diagnosis for Alzheimer. And we are moving towards prognosis. So what we have been working for a while is how we can develop hybrid models. Hybrid models means how we can get the best of both worlds. Mathematical modeling, so we can have some convergence analysis, for example, some mathematical properties. At the same time, take a look about or take advantage of the astonishing performance of deep learning. So the main idea of hybrid models is how we can get the best of both worlds. And this is what we call hybrid models. We have been working for a while here. And the main characteristics of these models I mentioned is we can get understanding about what is happening. We have explicit constraints there, but at the same time, we can get advantage, for instance, of the feature extraction of deep learning. So, and today, what we have been working on is how we can combine not only imaging data, but also as well, for instance, genetics, demographics together. So with the main goal to improve Alzheimer diagnosis. So today, since this is a flash talk, the main idea here is we introduce a new semi-supervised framework for hypergraph learning. So we go beyond about this pairwise representation. Because for instance, if you have different patients, for instance, if it's, for instance, early MCI, you have not only persons that have this relation, so you have more than pairwise. So what we thought is, okay, hypergraph is a perfect setting for now. So we propose a hybrid model. So the main part is how automatically define embeddings coming from the manifold from the image analysis process, and also as well perturb not only the imaging manifold, but also as well the graph itself, which is really challenging. And at the same time, as well have some mathematical in there. So we propose some explicit flow there. So the main idea is we are in semi-supervised setting. We have a large amount of data, majority is on label, and tiny label sets. So the main idea is how we can estimate the labels for the large amount of label data, hopefully with minimum generalization error. So here what I mentioned is we have different type of data, in this case, PET, MRI, genetics, demographics. And the main hybrid models, I'm not going to be in details because of the time, but the first one is, on the main idea is how we can get rid to the main constraining deep learning. For instance, in semi-supervision, there is a particular concept that is called the inherent bias in pseudo-labeling. So we want to avoid that by using our diffusion model. That is some explicit mathematical modeling. So, and another major problem in deep learning is the network calibration, that it happens all the time. So we can get rid of that if we add explicit constraint and we fusion our diffusion model with deep learning. So this is the big picture, of course, again, because of the time, but the main idea is, okay, we can alternate an optimization alternating scheme. We have explicit mathematical modeling where the main idea is how we can infer, once we have a hypergraph, the labels from the huge amount of label data, only with these tiny label sets. And then the second idea is, I know there is a confirmation bias, how I can measure the uncertainty of the initial predictions, how I can guarantee that over the epochs training, this uncertainty increase. So this is the main idea. So you can have a driving optimization alternating between this optimization on the deep learning model, but also as well in the explicit mathematical diffusion model that we have. So, and this is just an idea that actually uncertainty matters here. And this is where mathematical modeling does great. Finally, the main results that we have here are very short. You can take a look about the paper. is mainly with ABNI data set. We are moving more towards not only ABNI, but biobank as well. So the long story short, we can see that our hypergraph outperforms the current algorithmic techniques. And of course, this is just only a sneak peek. Please take a look at our paper if you're interested in it. Thank you.
Thank you.